You two.
Whoa, there's so many people from the academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wikela Funduk is under the academia's control, so naturally the academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting.
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcha won't come here. Okay, now.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge?
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found... When we heard that the academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out...
In that case, you're on the... A short while ago, the academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how...
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine... As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring great power or wealth to whoever has... Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of... My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative agreement. I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it... However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar. They adamant...
So you kept...
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade, unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board now, the situation is different.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Yes, you can say that. But the day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the divine knowledge capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days. If I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay, then we'll meet up in 2 days.
We actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but...
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule? Doing so right under the academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. What do you say we head to the outskirts? All right, this place works.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken by the Eremites to augment their battle capability.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical parameters. There may be variances in your physical strength between the two tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't—
Wow! Hey, Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate.
When you are unable to understand—
Sounds like you're—
All right, let's begin the test.
Let me scribe. Make yourselves at home. Everyone hold hands.
Everybody stand back! Fate is upon you. Adventure time!
All right. I'll link your Akasha terminal to— The next step is to use this knowledge. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connect—
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! Torn to oblivion! Shine down! Delve into destiny!
Now, I'll start recording.
Oh, hey,
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability. During the second fight, his overall fighting performance increased by 0.0.
Wait, how much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million mora? This thing isn't worth a tenth of that!
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. I'm heading back to Ikela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for when you ask Dory for information. Pay her as much as she requests.
Let's see Dory today and ask her about where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is.
Welcome back, my loyal you name it. Can knowledge, supplies, or anything else.
Can you really get us anything we want?
Aha! So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind. Oh! I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours would undoubtedly crave something more profound than ordinary. But you know, that kind of... After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if anyone found out that I was the leaker, I would be in big...
But how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon's curious how you just happen to have this kind of info
Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware of what's hot on the market in order to secure more sales. As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it. It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The Divine Knowledge Capsule was purchased yesterday by a certain Misery, the leader of
Ain El Ahmar.
So you're all... The group has done everything in their power to obtain the Divine Knowledge Capsule. After all, they believe it contains the power of King Deshret. That Divine Knowledge Capsule is unlike any other canned knowledge I've seen before. The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took.
Thanks for the info.
Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks...
Well, we figured out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is. Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham. Al-Haytham, we got the info you wanted.
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify the info.
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremite's trend. All right. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ain al-Ahmar, and the glowing red capsule he's holding appears. In which case, if we play our cards right, when we confront them next week, we should be able to force them to show their hand.
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ain el-Ahmar. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their boss and get them to lend us the divine knowledge.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the after. See you then.
Al-Haytham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head.
Yep, let's go.
Al-Haytham. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were crazy enough to actually show up.
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more worried that you might go back on your promise. But to your credit, it appears that you're sticking to your word. This is turning into quite an occasion. I also brought some backup. I assume you don't mind.
Back up. Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic because he helped you out? Fine. Your funeral. I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Uh-oh, here they come!
That's close enough.
Written in the stars. Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
I'll be back. Where do you think you're going?
Let's light it up!
Shadows of fate. The Temple of Wisdom.
Coward.
Adventure time! Delve into destiny!
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss? Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Target acquired. Arrest him. Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Al-Haytham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away! World, forget me. Want this one?
What in Tibet just happened?
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did that to him? Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane if...
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this is a This Divine Knowledge Capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest. Possessing it, did you hear what he said? World, forget me.
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the Divine Knowledge Capsule back, too. Still, Paimon...
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos. I believe
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the Divine Knowledge Capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something. Since you're...
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Most of the time. Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom, scholars have no reason to desire to make contact with the deity herself.
Everything about Lesser Lord...
I'm heading back to the Academia.
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good. Then we'll part ways here, Alhaitham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?